Hello everyone, welcome back here to the channel. My name's Scott. It's great to be back. I have 10 things I'm going to say to you. And do you understand what these mean? I'm going to explain and I'm going to give you some sample sentences as well. But let me say the 10 things that I prepared. Now if you see me glancing like this, that means I'm glancing at the board because I didn't memorize everything, but I have it all written down. So what do these mean? The first one is hand-me-downs. Number 2, leftovers. Third one is seconds. Number 4, inside out. 5, runner-up. The 6th one is tug of war. Number 7, collapsible or fold up umbrella. That might be a giveaway right there. Number 8, hangnail. What does that mean? Hangnail. Number 9, all you can eat. You can also do all you can drink. That might be a giveaway. And the last one is fall asleep, like my leg or arm. What does that mean, fall asleep? Let me explain. I'm going to give you some sentences as well. So this might be hopefully educational for this type of vocabulary. It's not everyday vocabulary, but it's also very useful because the situation arises, these words are used. So back to the beginning, and number 1 was hand-me-downs. Hand-me-downs, if you have an older brother or an older sister, well, if you're 2 daughters in a family, or 2 brothers, 2 boys in a family, or 3 or 4 boys in a family, so the older one outgrows his clothes. So it goes down to the next kid, and maybe the next kid after that if you have 3 or 4 brothers. Could be for sisters too. So hand-me-downs, clothes that your older brother outgrew, and now you got them because they fit you, and hopefully they're still in good condition. So let me give you an example sentence. I always wore my older brother's hand-me-downs all through elementary school. Hand-me-downs. The second one is leftovers. It could also be leftover if you use it before the noun. Now, leftovers, let me give you an example. So last night, you made curry for dinner. It's left over. So next day's lunch, that's leftovers or leftover curry. So an example sentence here. So I had leftover pasta for lunch today. That was last night's dinner. So we say leftovers for the food that remained after you finished the meal, like dinner, and it becomes a lunch the next day. Seconds. Seconds, seconds like first and second. I have seconds with an S at the end, so that means it's a noun because I got an S at the end. I made it plural. So what are seconds? So for example, going back to my curry, I finished the first bowl. I want another bowl of curry. It's so good. That's seconds. So this curry is fantastic. I'll have seconds. So one more dish of curry. Could be for rice, could be for many different things. So the second bowl. Inside out. Now, if you put a jacket on, the jacket's on. But sometimes the jacket inside part is on the outside and you put it on by mistake, so you put the jacket on inside out. So you gotta take it off again, pull the sleeves through, and then put it back on the correct way. So that's inside out for a jacket or a sweater or a shirt. So my shirt is inside out. Let me change it and reverse the process. Runner-up is my next one. Now, if I give you this sentence here, say it's a type of school sports festival. Blue team, white team, red team. The blue team was first and the red team was runner-up. So runner-up means number 2. So first, second, first, runner-up is also possible. Tug of war. Now, speaking about the school sports festival, and there's many different events in Japan for the school sports festivals. Throw the balls in the basket, do the chicken fights, kiba-sen they say in Japanese for those. And also they have that large rope where you pull on it on your side, and the other side pulls on it. That's called a tug of war. All the writing is here, and you can see their hyphens are necessary. So tug means the pull, war means the battle, so a tug of war. Quite enjoyable at all sporting events. Collapsible fold-up umbrella. Maybe you can understand that already. So you have a regular umbrella that you just open, but sometimes you get a smaller one. You can push it down and then fold it around. That's called a collapsible or fold-up umbrella. They're both possible. So they're very convenient because you can stick those in your bag, and there are many of those in Japan as well. So a collapsible or a fold-up umbrella. After that, I had the word hangnail. Now, I don't know if you know what that means. Now, this is my nail. Sometimes you have a little piece of your nail or piece of your skin that comes off, and that's called a hangnail. And it could be a little bit painful. So I have a hangnail, and it hurts. So sometimes you have to get the nail clippers, and English nail clippers, and cut off that hangnail. So that's what we call a hangnail. A little piece of the hard skin or piece of the nail that kind of separated, hangnail. And all you can eat, and I also said all you can drink is possible too. Also, kind of idea of a buffet, but quite common in Japan. So last week I went to an all-you-can-eat shabu-shabu restaurant. So as many dishes as you want, as much meat as you want, all you can eat. Generally, it's going to be in a time frame, maybe 2 hours or so. But we'll say that Japanese is tabi hodai. We'll say all you can eat. Nomi hodai, all you can drink for 2 hours. So hyphens are here too. You can see them all hyphen you hyphen etc. All you can eat shabu shabu restaurant. It was very good. And my last one is a fall asleep. So if you fall asleep, of course, going to bed, you fall asleep. But sometimes, for example, if you're sitting in a strange or uncomfortable position, or you're leaning on your arm too long, and it starts to feel very numb. You can't, needles and pins, and it feels very unusual. That falls asleep. So I sat in a Japanese style sitting position for too long, and my legs fell asleep, we'll say in that case. So I had to stretch them and shake them a little bit to get them back to where they should be. So fall asleep for a leg or an arm, especially when you're in a uncomfortable or a different position. Okay, everyone, hope you're good with all these. I thought these up, I thought they might be useful because this is not everyday English, but when the situation arises, they're used. So in that case, they're important. Very good. Thanks for watching, everybody, and subscribing and liking and all that. And if you have any comments or questions, I'm waiting here for those comments and questions. Until then, we'll see you again, and everyone have a great day and keep up the great work.